Welcome, gamers! Prepare to dive into an epic adventure as we explore 12 perfect 10-10 games you must play. Step into worlds where every frame, every battle, and every decision is meticulously crafted with passion and precision. From expansive mythic realms and perilous frontiers to futuristic dystopias and ancient magic, these masterpieces invite you to immerse yourself in narratives and gameplay that redefine perfection. Get ready to conquer new realms, forge your destiny, and experience gaming at its very best. Starting off at number 12 is Baldur's Gate 3, taking you right into a sprawling tapestry of magic and mayhem in a richly detailed Dungeons & Dragons world. In this game, you feel as if you've stepped into an epic realm where every bustling street in the Forgotten Realms overflows with ancient lore and weighty choices. Imagine this. A knight in battered armor strides purposefully through a fog-laden forest with a torch held high, while eerie whispers echo from unseen corners of a ruined city. Every conversation with a mysterious sage beneath a towering oak reinforces that every decision ripples through fate. Later, you gather around a flickering campfire in a moonlit glade with your party, engaging in heated debates over alliances and treacherous bargains. As each unique character, from the wry trickster to the steadfast cleric, adds intricate layers to the epic narrative. And when you step onto a meticulously rendered battlefield where spells clash and swords gleam under starlight, a sudden enemy ambush erupts into chaotic combat, a mesmerizing swirl of enchanted arrows and sizzling fireballs that demands your strategic finesse and pulls you deeper into this immersive world. If that sprawling tapestry of magic and lore captivated you, get ready to step into a realm where legends are forged amid vast, haunting landscapes. At number 11 is Elden Ring. When you load this title, you step into the sprawling, haunting world of the Lands Between, where every step feels like a descent into myth. Picture this. You wander vast, ruined landscapes dotted with ancient castles and mist-shrouded forests, with each crumbling ruin whispering secrets of a time long past. You pause at the edge of a vast chasm, the distant roar of unknown beasts echoing through the valley, murmuring, "This is where legends are forged." Scaling steep, moss-covered cliffs as the wind howls like an ancient battle cry, you engage in a tense standoff with a towering spectral knight near a ruined fortress, its ghostly armor glistening under an ethereal light. Every swing of your sword and every agile dodge becomes a brutal dance between life and death, a vivid reminder that every victory is earned in blood and perseverance. Hidden lore etched into ancient stone and softly spoken by enigmatic figures deepens your journey into myth and mystery with every step. If you're ready to forge your own legend, prepare to launch into an infernal battleground where the fires of combat burn without cease. At number 10 is Doom Eternal. When you launch this title, you plunge into a hellish arena where every moment crackles with raw, unyielding intensity. Picture this. You sprint across crumbling, war-torn battlegrounds with your weapons primed to unleash unbridled mayhem. "Time to rip through the fabric of hell," echoes as you weave deftly between swarms of demonic fiends, with every explosive burst scattering enemies into splintered fragments of red and orange fury. The deafening roar of your chain gun punctuates each rapid-fire shot like an anthem of destruction, and after a brief, heart-pounding pause behind a shattered wall, you surge forward, dodging infernal projectiles and taking precise aim in split-second, life-or-death moments. Every encounter morphs into a brutal dance of ferocious combat and razor-sharp precision, with every explosion painting the world around you as a vivid canvas of fire and blood. If that hellish symphony left you breathless, prepare to witness a relentless ballet of blades and determination. At number 9 is Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. In this relentless journey, you step into a misty, ancient courtyard where the warrior's crimson visor reflects the pale light of a shattered dawn, and every footstep echoes against stone walls steeped in centuries of forgotten honor. Picture this. From the gloom emerges a twisted Ronin, his blade raised in silent challenge, prompting the hero to unsheath his katana with fluid, almost poetic motion. The clash of steel is swift and brutal, a symphony of perfectly timed parries and devastating ripostes that leaves his foe staggering, proving that his resolve cuts deeper than any sword. In the distance, a towering boss looms amid a ruined temple, its guttural roars shaking the very air, while acrobatic leaps across crumbling ledges turn every encounter into a test of impeccable timing and skill. Whispered echoes of ancient oaths and vengeful curses fill the corridors, reminding you that every move is a relentless pursuit of perfection, a dance on the razor's edge of destiny. If that relentless ballet of blades stirred your soul, then prepare to enter a grim world where despair and hope collide in every shadow. At number 8 is the Plague Tale series. In this haunting series, you are drawn into a grim world where despair and hope intertwine amid the ravages of plague and the brutality of war. Following the harrowing journey of siblings Amicia and Hugo, you traverse a medieval landscape overrun by ravenous rats and a fractured society that spares no mercy. Imagine this: as you wander through the crumbling villages, misty forests, and eerie ruins, every shadow conceals lurking danger and every whispered conversation hints at a tragic past and the fragile promise of redemption. You listen as a weary villager solemnly warns, "Hold fast to hope, even when the darkness seems unending," while the siblings stealthily evade marauding foes and the relentless tide of infection. The evocative storytelling and richly atmospheric visuals transform each meticulously crafted environment into a living narrative, where stone pathways and flickering lanterns silently recount tales of lost lives and shattered dreams. Every challenge forces you to confront both external terrors and the inner turmoil of a world on the brink. If that immersive narrative left you spellbound, prepare to embark on an interstellar odyssey where every decision reshapes the cosmos. At number 7 is Mass Effect Legendary Edition. This epic odyssey invites you aboard the Normandy, where every corridor vibrates with the weight of interstellar history and the promise of vast adventure. Imagine this: you survey a vibrant tapestry of diverse species, from the steadfast Turians to the enigmatic Asari, as you engage in deep, meaningful conversations with loyal crew members. Every dialogue choice ripples with consequences that stretch across the cosmos, reminding you that every decision here is a step toward shaping our destiny. In the heat of battle, you direct your squad with tactical precision, orchestrating devastating biotic assaults and sniper fire across chaotic, interstellar battlefields. The polished visuals transform every firefight into a cinematic spectacle of light and shadow, reaffirming that this odyssey is not merely a remaster, but a revitalized call to adventure, inviting you to shape the fate of the galaxy with every choice you make. If you're ready to shape destiny on a galactic scale, get set to traverse a haunting world where survival is a battle for every precious breath. At number 6 is The Last of Us. In this emotionally charged saga, you follow Joel and Ellie as they navigate a crumbling cityscape where nature reclaims shattered concrete and every shadow hides unseen danger. Imagine this: you see Joel crouched behind a collapsed wall, his eyes scanning the silent, eerie street for any sign of infected or hostile survivors, while Ellie moves cautiously, her determined gaze examining every dark doorway and broken window. The tension is palpable as a faint rustle in a distant alley prompts a brief, hushed exchange and the whispered command, "Stay sharp." Together, they slip through narrow passageways, their footsteps echoing against desolate urban ruins. At a crumbling overpass bathed in the eerie glow of a setting sun, a sudden skittering heralds the emergence of a horde of clickers, and Joel's grip on his worn revolver tightens as he signals Ellie to retreat. With precise, brutal efficiency, he fires a series of shots that shatter the tense silence, each fallen enemy releasing a cascade of unsettling noise, a stark reminder of a world lost to darkness. In the quiet aftermath, Ellie steps forward, her face softly illuminated by the flickering light of a distant fire, forging a silent promise of courage and sacrifice amid ruin. If that poignant journey moved you, get ready to witness a stunning rebirth of a timeless classic. At number 5 is Final Fantasy VII Remake. This stunning rebirth of a timeless classic blends the nostalgic heart of the original with modern cinematic grandeur. Picture this: you watch as Cloudstrife strides confidently through rain-soaked, neon-lit streets of Midgar, a city where gritty industrial decay meets dazzling futuristic splendor. The urban sprawl pulses with vibrant energy, and every flickering light and shadowed alley hints at secrets waiting to be uncovered. In one unforgettable scene, a group of resolute heroes gathers in a dimly lit hideout, where Tifa's determined gaze meets Cloud's focused eyes, while Barrett passionately declares, "We have no choice but to fight for our future." Their voices echo powerfully against metallic walls, infusing the moment with raw emotion and urgency. The remastered visuals transform every minute detail, from the textures of battered machinery to the reflective puddles on rain-drenched streets, into a living, breathing world that feels both achingly familiar and entirely new. Epic battles erupt amid industrial ruins, where every clash of the Buster Sword and flash of spellbinding magic is a meticulously choreographed dance of precision and strategy, redefining a legendary tale while honoring its enduring spirit. If that epic odyssey stirred your heart, prepare to ride into a post-apocalyptic frontier where survival and redemption collide with unyielding force. At number 4 is Days Gone. You are transported into a post-apocalyptic Pacific Northwest where the open road stretches endlessly and nature reclaims the remnants of civilization. Picture this: following Deacon St. John, once a freewheeling biker turned hardened bounty hunter, You navigate treacherous highways and desolate towns overrun by hostile human factions and relentless mutated freakers. You experience the thrill as he roars down rain-soaked backroads on his battered motorcycle, with the engine's roar echoing off crumbling concrete and dense, misty forests. Every encounter is a raw test of grit: tense standoffs with marauders at abandoned gas stations, stealthy escapes through overgrown alleyways, and brutal close-quarters clashes with swarms of infected. The environment tells its own story through weathered signs, dilapidated storefronts, and creeping vines that paint a vivid picture of decay. In one heart-pounding scene, a fierce storm batters a forgotten highway while Deacon pauses beneath the skeletal remains of a bridge, scanning the horizon for lurking danger. Every rev of the engine and every swing of the weapon becomes a defiant battle cry for survival, weaving a narrative of hope amid despair. If that rugged frontier resonates with you, prepare to journey through a vast, war-torn world steeped in magic and mystery. At number 3 is Witcher 3. In this epic journey through a vast, war-torn world steeped in magic and mystery, you follow Geralt of Rivia, the seasoned witcher with a silver sword at his side, as he roams dense, foreboding forests, rugged mountains, and crumbling villages where every shadow conceals a secret and every decision carries monumental weight. Imagine this. Geralt stands before a weathered stone bridge as a local elder solemnly warns, "Dark forces stir beyond the mists. Tread carefully." With measured determination, he crosses the bridge, his keen eyes scanning the horizon for lurking monsters. The landscape transforms dramatically from sun-dappled meadows to brooding, storm-racked skies, setting the stage for a deep, branching narrative filled with intricate lore. In a bustling market town, a sorceress glides on a spectral steed, and Geralt encounters a troubled noble whose desperate plea for help is laden with sorrow and consequence. Every conversation and choice weaves an indelible mark on the realm's tapestry, and in the heart of a haunted forest, his fierce battle with a towering, cursed beast transforms the twilight into a cinematic ballet of clashing steel and searing magic. This journey is a profound testament to immersive storytelling and dynamic world-building, a realm where every ancient ruin and whispered legend tells a tale of destiny, sacrifice, and the unyielding spirit of a lone warrior. If that mystical journey captivated you, get ready to ride into the heart of the American frontier. At number 2 is Red Dead Redemption 2. You are immersed in a living, breathing world of the American frontier, where the decline of the Wild West is etched into every dust-covered trail and fading sunset. Following Arthur Morgan and the Vander Linde gang, you traverse sprawling plains, dense forests, and rugged canyons, with every landscape serving as a living portrait of freedom and decay. Imagine this. As you ride across open terrains, towering red rock formations and golden skies create a timeless backdrop to the outlaw's struggle. In one unforgettable scene, the gang gathers around a crackling campfire beneath a star-studded sky where Arthur's weathered face, illuminated by flickering flames, reveals a silent burden of regret and steely determination, while a grizzled comrade shares memories and unspoken promises that echo through the night. A sudden downpour transforms a dusty road into a raging torrent, mirroring the internal turmoil and shifting loyalties of the gang, as high-stakes shootouts in bustling frontier towns turn every confrontation into a raw, visceral battle for survival. This saga is an emotional odyssey of honor, betrayal, and redemption, where every rustling blade of prairie grass and every melancholic farewell tells the story of a fading era. Taking the top spot is God of War Ragnarok. This epic odyssey is wilder than your most unforgettable adventure. In this sweeping saga, you follow Kratos and Atreus as they plunge deep into the realms of Norse mythology, grappling with fate, loss, and the wrath of vengeful gods. Imagine this. Kratos stands resolute before a towering, storm-racked figure, a living symbol of the gods' indomitable might, as thunder reverberates powerfully around him. Every mighty swing of his axe is a relentless declaration of his struggle against destiny, while across breathtaking landscapes where rugged mountains meet shadowy, enchanted forests, Atreus' journey mirrors his father's path of redemption and growth. Their dialogue crackles with palpable tension as every choice ripples across the cosmos, reshaping alliances and fates in profound ways. The visual mastery transforms every detail, from smoldering ruins of ancient temples to swirling mists over untamed wilderness, into a living canvas of Norse lore. Amid relentless battles and quiet moments of reflection, this epic odyssey weaves a narrative where every clash, every whispered secret, and every heroic sacrifice echoes with the weight of ancient destiny, forging a saga that redefines the legacy of gods and monsters alike. What's your favorite Perfect 10-10 game you must play? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this countdown, smash that like button and subscribe for more offbeat gaming adventures. thank you for joining us on this epic quest through perfection in gaming. Until next time, keep playing, keep exploring these legendary worlds, and remember, sometimes the greatest adventures come from the boldest choices. See you next time.